Howdy, everyone. Oh boy, have I ranted about land for a good 14 minutes? I love talking about you know, the stuff that I'm very interested in the future. Cause I would love to just I don't even know. uh, I would love to just freaking uh take more interest in this and stuff. And I don't want to get carried away with everything, because I feel like every time I get carried away, and I notice that a lot. Like every time I want to make something, it's like I have an idea for this. Next week, I'm like, oh, oh yeah, I used to think about this. Whatever. Oh wow, that looks cool. I want this. Or not the next week, because now it's like weekly something I think about, but um, just not the next week. Sometimes, okay, sometimes it could be the next week. I change minds, but now it's like, okay, I have all the ideas on what to have for this brand, and I can't wait. Now, the land issue was something very important because I want stuff to be built on this land, and the land has to be good. In the previous video, I did say that I was gonna buy different pieces of land and stuff and build it everywhere and stuff, but yeah, I would do something like that so I can film different locations and stuff. If the main studio, if you can't build anything over there, maybe we can build something somewhere else where it's a bit more different. Um, I want to have it all in this province because I feel like it's much better to keep um, a look on, because if it's in different provinces, it's like there's so much of stuff you have to just keep an eye on. And it's like I can't keep checking if everything's safe over and over all over the country. It has to be in this province. So um, even if it's far, it's fine as long as it's near me. I guess it's gonna be okay. Um, Trust me, we are still going to be freaking indie when it comes to this stuff. We are going to be very unique. We're not going to use those big bulky cameras to film stuff. We're going to use those those Canon ones. They look very similar to the big bulky ones, but they're not. They look like those video cameras from Ed and Eddie. But it's like, well, it looks similar to that, but it's like, the front is like a big square opening, and it's like a little thing in the middle, I guess, and then I don't know. Then it's like a big box thing. I don't know. But it's so hard to explain this camera. I'm not going to just waste my time trying to describe it, but it's like it's amazing. It's worth every cent, and it's worth to use because you can record 4K stuff. It's like amazing. So just remember, these big productions are only for big productions. They are not something that I would want to have forever. Like just a few big productions here and there, not so much. Just a few. Compared to the animations, it's just going to be a few. Also, speaking of stuff, I don't know what else to do. I'm bored. That's why I'm making this video. Anyways, I would really love to eat something delicious. I'm hungry. Uh, and I need to loot myself. Frick. Okay. So I feel like that's something very good to look forward for. When it comes to studios, the studio needs to be a very themed studio. Maybe build a few other places near the studio, because those places will be very good for you know for certain shows, like the one I said about the romance live action show. And it's going to be very cool to have something like this. Maybe in other pieces of land, I could have something different for another show, maybe a bit of a horror scene. Um, I just got an idea yesterday for something like very close to farmlands, but now that I think about it, farmlands is going to be a bit dangerous to have, especially the fact that I think the owners who had the farm are white, so it's going to be uh ouch. It's like I don't care who owns this, but for if you know South Africa, you know a lot about farm if workers, especially like what's going on with the farm workers, especially the white ones. It's like I don't want to get mixed into that. Like no violence, okay? It's just as I don't know, honestly. But it would be very cool to own something like that. Um, however, I don't know how everything's gonna work out. Let's just see what happens. We need a lot of professional materials to have in this studio, like cameras and freaking tripods and a lot of green screens, and a lot of sets, a lot of props we need to order and stuff, and a lot of just helpers to help around the sets. Just a few, I guess, because you don't need like a billion. Trust me, I will still keep animating on my own. We won't do something different once we start having like other people working with just the live action stuff. Like my brother and I will only work together with the animation stuff. We're not gonna just jump and get like a billion people to help us. That's not something we want. Okay, like collaborations is fine, but it's like we have to make it on our own because it's our own ideas. I feel like this is that we can't go way over our head and just make everything so mainstream. You need a few things just to be mainstream when it comes to live action, because you will need a few people, but those people won't be mainstream if you think about it, because they'll be very normal, I guess. I don't even know what else to say, really. Bye.